So this is my issue speech. It's going to be over embryonic stem cell research. Imagine a world where our limbs are able to reproduce like a futuristic sci-fi movie, or where most diseases like cancer and diabetes are cured. Like most families, my grandmother fell victim to breast cancer. She's still here with us today, but knowing there could be a cure out there is very reassuring. Well, with further research, embryonic stem cells can be the solution to most of our medical problems. So what exactly are embryonic stem cells, and why haven't we gotten to the point of major discovery? Prop 71 was the foundation of the movement, standing for Proposition 71 as it is identified on the ballot. It all began with a group of wealthy and politically sophisticated parents in California who had a child with type 1 diabetes. The main purpose in the beginning was to focus on diabetes, mostly in children. But the main question we're worried about today is, what are the benefits of embryonic stem cells? Well, for starters, these stem cells are pluripotent, which, as stated by Dr. Sidhu in Frontiers in Pluripotent Stem Cells Research and Therapeutic Potentials, have the inherent ability to reproduce over 200 types of the constituting cells of the human body. This means they could reproduce cells to fight off disease, or reproduce cells that some people lack that are necessary for life. For example, insulin for people suffering from diabetes, or cells that can defeat cancer. Well, of course, we would hopefully have cures today due to this discovery. So what halted it? Well, according to Aylesworth, in the book titled Stem Cell Research in Science, Background and Issues, states, research on embryonic stem cells has given rise to ethical debates, as the removal of an embryonic stem cell from an embryo typically involves the destruction of that embryo. These stem cells could only come from a human embryo and only stay usable 4 days after the embryo is removed from the human body. So, of course, it was labeled as morally incorrect. Some even call it murder, especially when women who were pro-abortion were donating their embryos to this research. Although this discovery occurred in 1998, it didn't become a huge event until the mid-2000s, or during President Bush's first term. While at that time there were no laws against this research, there were laws against funding scientific research, posing another problem in advancing these studies. We don't hear much about embryonic stem cells because it has died down since being banned in America. However, other countries such as in Asia and Europe have discovered many milestones due to their research. Even as Dr. Fu in DNA Repair Mechanisms in Embryonic Stem Cells says, as a renewable source of various cell types in human body, human embryonic stem cells hold great promise for human cell replacement therapy. So now that we know the benefits of embryonic stem cells and why the halt has stopped research, we can only sit and watch other places around the world make groundbreaking discoveries.